Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial, and today we are going to be discussing another solar upgrade. I forgot what take this is, but this is an off-grid take. I will notice this once I actually go log into my channel. But this is another solar upgrade, two solar upgrades, and also just to talk about a theory. Well, it became fact for me when I was experimenting yesterday. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we have a blinking and a straight light on this charge controller. So the first new upgrade is we have a bigger charge controller. It is slightly longer and bigger than the previous one. This is a 15 amp Rewiring MPPT charge controller, and the other one was a 10 amp. Which is right here, and it's not connected to anything. These are all the wires, and this was the original one in the first tutorial when I upgraded the PWM controller to the MPPT, which this upgrade did help majorly regarding charging the batteries, which was great. But now we have upgraded to a 15 amp and the reason why we upgraded to a 15 amp because this actually came with another panel. So the second upgrade is we have a long panel, a 160 watt long panel on the roof now. It's not screwed down or anything, but the wind can't pick it up. So it'll sit there for now until I get someone to screw it down for me properly. The reason why this one is disconnected, just for someone's curiosity, why I say, oh okay, so this was connected at first and now disconnected. The reason why is because originally when I did hook these two up with the new panel and the old panel, these were inputting at 12 volts. So 12 volts on this one, 12 volts on that one when I first had them. But now what I've done is disconnected these ones, and rather than having 12 volt and 12 volt, I've hooked these up as 24 volt. So I've hooked these panels up in series so I can get 24 volts. And also a little bit more wattage through just the one controller rather than using multiple charge controllers, which will, you've got to power those charge controllers at night time just so they can stay alive. So this would cost extra power just to have this powered on top. And plus, now we're going to talk about the theory, which was, there was a theory from a guy on YouTube that says that he was trying to point out that MPPT charge controllers do not conflict with each other. It must have been the way he had it configured, because the way I did it, I had hooked these charge controllers up in parallel. I knew that the wire gauge was big enough to handle both charge controllers inputting at the same time. But what I discovered yesterday, before I had rewired it, because that was the original way I was going to wire it, so I could have two loadouts, two load-ons on both controllers, is I just lost my train of thought. But the truth of the matter is, this one was charging the battery and this one wasn't. It was just stationary. It indicated that there was a battery there, the panel was on, but the just like this light here indicating, the one that's blinking indicating panel usage, the panel wasn't getting used. So as much as the charge controller was active and all that, it wasn't inputting any charge into the battery. So that was the reason why I rewired these into series to make 24 volts. And now it should actually charge fairly decent. We have a cloudy day at the moment, so as much as I would love this to charge the system up fully just by itself, the clouds are preventing that. So yeah, so that's the theory that I tested out myself yesterday. Unless if I was to hook it up to two separate alligator clips, I probably would get a different result. I'm not too sure, but I'm just proving that theory was wrong in the configuration I had it in. So just be mindful of some stuff that you do here on YouTube. Just take it with a grain of salt, or just take it as FYI, because depending on how you configure your solar setup, you could you could configure it differently to how he did, and then you're wondering why your charges are conflicting with each other. So yeah, so now what we've got to do is we're going to go up onto the roof, put my boots on, grab the ladder, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at the panels. But just to shorten this time up, I am going to pause this video, the recording, and the next time you'll hear and see from me will be on the roof. So, and we are on the roof, guys, and voila, there goes the new long panel I had brought, this one here. These are the existing panels I had, the two that are hooked up in parallel. So that's 12 volt hooked up in parallel, and then we've got one single panel hooked up as 12 volt. So all I've done is take the positive from that panel, the negative from that those pairs of panels that's hooked up in parallel, which 12 volt is 12 volt, hook the negative to the positive of this one in the middle, and then we have a 24 volt setup. So these two pairs in parallel acting as 12 with the long panel equals 24. So we are running this in a 24 volt setup, so that means we can get more wattage out of it, twice the amount of wattage out of it, because of the simple fact of the voltage is bigger. So yeah, I just thought I would give a demonstration of what I've done, and hopefully someone learned something new, and yeah, hopefully everything's all good and everyone have a good day. I just thought I'd show that, and until next time, ciao ciao.